Shevy, and I want to ask you some question. Have you ever felt uncomfortable or awkward in class just because you choose to stay quiet and listen? Sometimes other people, even our own professors, get the wrong idea. They think we're not prepared, or worse yet, that we don't understand the material. I have a friend who's really good at writing papers, but in classes where we have to debate or speak up, he's the quietest person in the room. The problem is our campus culture often praises those who are vocal and without realizing it, forgets about the observers. Eventually, a label emerges that quiet guy must not be studying. But if we look deeper, everyone has a different way of communicating because their backgrounds are different. Some people were raised to speak directly, point by point, but many of us were taught that listening is a form of respect and that we should only speak when the moment is truly right. Unfortunately, if we aren't aware of these differences, we'll be able to quite to judge other based solely on how they sit in class. We get trapped by our own assumptions without bothering to find out what's really going on behind someone's silence. If we want to be honest, the problem is not who is right or who is wrong, but it's more about how we perceive the truth itself. On the one hand, some are thought that we must speak up to be respected, but on the other hand, many of us grew up with the value that maintaining harmony and not dominating the conversation is much more important. These misperceptions often becomes a major barrier in the classroom. Ultimately, instead of gaining knowledge, we're busy feeling not good enough, simply because our speaking style is different. In fact, inclusive education should be able to capture the implied messages, not just wait for whoever raises their hand the fastest. We need to be aware that our culture identities shape the way we interact, and that's perfectly valid. So, I think it's really important for us, especially those of us who will eventually become teachers, not to judge someone's abilities based solely on how loud they are in class. We need to be more sensitive to the fact that every class is made up of all kinds of different personalities. Because sometimes the quietest people have the loudest mind. Just by being more open minded and not so quick to judge, we can create much more comfortable learning environment for everyone. See ya!